Tic Tac here. Today we're going to talk about the top 5 things new players don't do in Fortnite, but should. Traps in the early game. Now in the early game, you do not need to use traps. It is so much better to save the resources and just shoot the zombies as they come, rather than spending the expensive resources it is to make traps that the zombies are never even gonna get to. For the entire first 30 missions, the zombies won't get close enough to your base to actually do damage. I doubt you'll even die. It's that easy, the beginning missions. The first 30 missions are basically a tutorial. This will be how your base looks. From level 1 to 30, everyone builds the base the same way. They put up a small wall, they put spikes on the small wall, they put 4 walls around their objective, and they put planks between that path. Now if you think about that, you don't need to do that. Putting the small walls in front of the damage dealing traps is pointless. You want them to step on the traps. This works for the low level, but once you get higher up, this is not what you want to do. This is the best way to place your traps. You want to set them down in between your fort and their spawn. You want them to walk over your traps unimpeded by walls and barriers, so they take the maximum amount of damage. You do not want to block them and keep them so far away that they build up. You want to place floor panels and then put a wall in the middle. Put traps on that wall, as you can see in the video. Then put floor traps down as well. The footage you see now is of a higher level in Plankerton. You can see how effective this technique is. We just sit behind our defenses and let them do the work while we finish them off. Leveling your traps. Fortnite is a constant battle between resources and what you want to craft. Either it be weapons, leveling up your hero, survivors, but usually never traps. And that's understandable. They were so bad in the beginning of the game that you don't realize how powerful they can get. Late game, they are your best bet for consistent DPS damage. Eventually, the enemies become such bullet sponges that no matter how much ammo you have, you're just not going to be able to do enough damage fast enough to stop them coming to your base. So you're going to need to put out traps that actually do a decent amount of damage. The problem is, schematic experience is quite scarce, so you have to be really careful about when you choose to level up your traps. But trust me, it is an integral part of playing Fortnite. Matching your survivor squad members. We don't realize how big of a difference matching the symbols actually gives us. It gives us a huge stat boost, either in fortitude, offense, resistance, or tech. It's pretty simple too. Take the symbol that's on the left and just make sure your cards match. Here we have a cross, and we match them. When I switch into a different person, you can see how far my fortitude actually drops. If I switch somebody else, it's even lower. Even though he's a legendary card, it still doesn't matter because the job match is gone. It's super important. Then you're going to want to use the personality match for your squad members, not your leader, your squad members. Whatever they may be, you're going to want to match that with remaining squad members. As you can see, I dropped all the way down to 122 fortitude when I have no one equipped. Survivor squads are probably the most important thing in this game that are misunderstood or underestimated. You think you're going to level your character like a normal RPG, but in reality, this is how you actually get more powerful. And lastly, the biggest thing that new players to Fortnite miss is leveling up your survivors. You can actually level up your survivors, and they are the ones that make you more powerful. As you can see in the video, I have 47% complete on level 21. I just slotted a new survivor, and I'm going to level her up. We're going to level her to level 5. The white bar in the top left was 47%, and now with it done, it is 55%. That is how you increase that number. We also increased our fortitude a lot, just by leveling up this new survivor. And that is the most important part about this game. It's not leveling up your hero, it's leveling up your survivor squads. That is why there are so many of them, to give you stats that you normally don't have. That's why a soldier will have a decent amount of tech, because the fact there are so many survivor squads to choose from. Lastly guys, when you're picking your missions to do your quests, make sure, or at least try to, have the rewards shown here say Survivor XP or Pure Drop of Rain. Pure Drops of Rain, you need to evolve survivors and your hero. So make sure to keep an eye out to see if you can get one of these while doing your mission. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was insightful. I hope this helped you out. Make sure to smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, you can do so now. It really helps me out. Epic Games just released a small outline of a lot of questions they get. I'll post that in the description below in case I missed anything. I appreciate all the support, guys. New videos soon, I promise. Tic Tac out.